big hello to my dear students of 10th standard. Today we'll be doing the poem To a Pair of Sarus Screens. It's written by Manmohan Singh Mithwa. Manmohan Singh is a contemporary poet. He belongs to the Indian Administrative Service. He's an amateur and an ornithologist, that is, expert on birds. This poem, To a Pair of Sarus Screens, is chosen from his book titled Village Poems. We'll see what type of bird is Sarus crane. The Sarus crane is a large non-migratory crane found in parts of the Indian subcontinent, Southeast Asia and Australia. It is grey in color, has a red head and a long graceful neck. In India, Sarus cranes are considered symbols of marital fidelity, that is, loyal to their partners, believed to mate for life, and grieve the loss of their mates even to the point of starving to death. This poem tells us a wonderful, touching story of the love of Sarus cranes. We'll read the first stanza. The male was shot as he neighed to pull the reluctant sun out from the rim of horizon. She flew crying as he was picked up hands and jaws, and a proud neck was humbled to lie like dirty linen in a coarse washing bag. We'll see the meanings over here. First, reluctant, hesitant. Rim, horizon. Humbled, lowered the dignity of. Linen, clothes. Coarse, rough. Yeah. The poem begins with a picture of the early morning when the male Sarus crane is stretching its neck as if to pull the reluctant, hesitant sun out from the rim or the edge of the horizon. It is at this wonderful moment that a hunter does the shameful act of shooting down the male bird. It is a very disgraceful end to a very graceful bird. When it fell down, the hunter was not at all moved by the beauty of the bird. He picked it up, hands and jaws, and threw it in the coarse washing bag like some kind of dirty linen. This shows the callousness of the killers, cruel, unkind, having no sympathy or feeling for others. Yes, we'll read this stanza. She circled the sky in movements of grace over his disgraceful end. The killers went away and she returned to the death scene with grief that inscribed its intensity in dots and bits like the Morse code of bird sorrow transmitted to the air. We'll see the meanings here. Disgraceful, shameful. Inscribed, to cut words on something. Dots and pits, short and long cries. Transmitted, conveyed. This stanza shows the agony and sorrow of the female crane. The female bird starts shrieking and circling the sky over the male bird's disgraceful, shameful end. When the killers go away, she returns to the death scene. Her short and long cries are compared to the Morse code, a symbolic language that uses a combination of long and short sounds for sending messages. Her short and long cries show the intensity of her grief. The last stanza. With her beak she kissed a few feathers, picked the ones that wind had not taken away, and sat to hatch the blood-stained feathers into a toddling chick. A wave of the sea she had never seen came to her from far away and carried her to brim. She went away beyond Hume's words, beyond the legends and fables of human love. We'll see the meanings here. Toddling, walking with short, unsteady steps. Legends, stories from ancient times. Fables, traditional short stories that teach us a moral lesson. Yeah, here the female crane gathers some blood-stained feathers that were lying there of the male crane. She kisses them and she sits on them as if to hatch a toddling chick from them. As she sits on the feathers, trying to give life to them, a wave from the seas sweeps her away, far away, and unites her with a male partner. In this way, the poet says the birds go beyond Hume's words and beyond the legends and fables of human love. Now, this Hume, yes, Hume's words are taken from the Game Birds of India, Burma, and Ceylon, 1881. There he says that these birds certainly pair for life and probably exhibit great grief for their male, keeping for weeks at times about the locality where their partner was killed and calling constantly. And he says that he has actually known the widowed bird to pine away and die. Yes, dear students, this poem gives a contrast of the natures of man and bird. Man, being self centered, hunts animals for thrill, for fun, for greed. Whereas the poet gives us a picture of birds where they appear nobler than human beings because their love extends beyond death. As we wind this poem, let's ponder over this question. Is it really worth killing the beautiful creation of nature to feed one's greed? Thank you for watching this video. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. And remember to post your comments. Happy learning!